here in ShipHawk here, this is actually where we're automating decisions on the fulfillment piece. We saw how ShipHawk is able to, bring that reliability and to the cart level. As far as the fulfillment piece, nobody wants to pick it. This is where kind of smart packing or proposed shipment logic and all comes into play. So when I get to the packing ship station, you'll see that we have all these filters group. You can do filtering, grouping, sorting throughout here. And I think that's really great for our batch type shippers where they want to find basically perhaps, a bunch of onesies of a certain SKU, single SKU, single package, select 100, let it rip and get all these labels up, get all the labels, get them out the door. That is excellent, and that's something which I would be more than happy to show in a later demo. What I want to highlight today is more a discrete methodology for more of a pick, pack, and ship type of shipper, where when you show up at the pack and ship station, you know exactly what order you need to process or what tote you need to process. And totes are going to be important here too, because with ShipHawk's WMS solution, everything totes will absolutely be in play there. So you come to the pack and ship station, scan your tote, and you get your order right in front of you. In this case, I'm going to cheat a little bit because I don't have a tote, I don't have a scanner, but I know what order I want to process. So I'm going to open that up here. Again, the experience is scan that, pulls up the order. And when that order pulls up, we're going to be greeted by a proposed shipment. And the proposed shipment is going to be two things. Number one is going to be ShipHawk dictating the ideal packing configuration, again, based on the length, width, and height of your items and all the materials you have loaded into ShipHawk, like your cartons, envelopes, and pallets as well, or boxes, because we're going to make suggestions on what you actually have, right? So those are easily loaded into ShipHawk, and we'll make a determination of what is best. From here, if you wanted to say, hey, ShipHawk, great suggestion, but what should I do with it? You can open up the smart packing modal, and keep in mind while I'm running through this and kind of driving the workflow, I'm using my mouse. Everything you see me doing with my mouse can be done with a barcode scan, right? And I actually much prefer that in a warehouse setting because barcode scanning is faster, it's easier, it's more accurate as well. But for the sake of demoing, you're using a mouse and all things might happen, right? So from here, opening that up, saying, hey, ShipHawk, making the suggestion of, hey, go grab yourself these boxes right here, and then go grab your, then you're going to pack it up in this way right here. Now, this is a proposed shipment, right? Ideal state is that somebody decided to, sorry, and this is a shared demo environment, so things don't always go the way I want them to. But as far as that goes, ShipHawk, you can say, ShipHawk, you know what, great suggestion, but I'm going to do something slightly different. This is all modifiable, right? So we have we have material barcodes, which you can use to easily change all of these materials that you see on the screen. You can use your mouse. You can see me doing here, say, you know what, guess what, ShipHawk, I need this box. Or you say, you know what, ShipHawk, I'm going to get a little more, I'm going to be a little more aggressive here with my shipment. So I'm going to pack this up into just 2 boxes, whatever it might be. Now, again, ideal state is that ShipHawk has automated this for you with smart packing and with your business rules complementing this. So that's what we're see the results of. We can also go rate shopping again if you wanted to as well. Again, keeping in mind that the whole key is that we don't want people to be thinking we want to encourage this automation. We don't want to perpetuate tribalism and these one-off things which are hard to manage. We really want a reliable system with reliable outcomes and consistent outcomes to help us scale our businesses, right? So, but again, showing what's really happening. So we're going to say ShipHawk, great suggestion. So key takeaway: scan your order, make sure that ShipHawk is like what you're seeing from here, and then go ahead and ship that. And with this piece here, what that's telling ShipHawk is that, hey, I am done with this order. I need you to go out, reach to the carrier, get my labels, get my packing slips for me. As well, you'll see a bunch of print jobs firing off right here. And the biggest takeaway is that every single thing you need as a shipper is going to be produced right now. We'll talk for LTL, it's going to be your BOL. For international, it's going to be all of your commercial invoice, this certificate of origin, shipper's letter of instruction. Everything I need as a shipper is getting done right now. For this example, this is domestic parcel. So parcel label, packing slips. If you're doing carton or pallet type labeling, where especially for those of you who are working with your vendors via EDI and need to generate those advanced shipment notifications, these are also getting generated at this time as well. Also, with just to highlight this as well, with our warehouse management system, that would be coming out pre-shipment during the time of pack, right? But again, the TMS only here, these will be done right now. If you didn't print them out pre-shipment, they're coming out right now for you automatically. And then before I pause on small parcel, because I'm going to take you to LTL and international after this, the question then is like, okay, that's awesome. My shipper's taken care of. I get this out the door. What about my system record? What about my NetSuite, right? Well, the cool thing here is that once we get that tracking number back or the pro number back from the carrier, we're going to reach back out to your We're going to update that that fulfillment record to shipped. We're going to go find that. We'll refresh here, and this is happening instantaneously, or this is happening within just a couple of seconds. So that web services job is going to get fired off. Come into here, update this to shipped, and then under the shipping tab, a couple key things here. Number one, what did it really cost you to ship this, right? To reconcile it against what you quoted upstream. Then who shipped it for any educational opportunities, good or bad, carrier and service. And then what did you ship underneath here? And then for those which need that greater, the level of granularity to be a little bit greater here as far as package detail, we also have you covered under the ShipHawk package items tab. Further for this, and this is going to be, obviously this is more specific to EDI and ASN. For SPS Commerce, for NetSuite, we have a basically a direct integration with SPS, writing back to that custom tab here, and we can also create the ASN files as well. Be written back here. For those of you not using SPS Commerce, using something like B2B Gateway, Logic Broker, True Commerce, whatever it might be, we'll write back to this tab here as a generic one, and we do that just so we can work with as many providers as possible, because we know that there are a lot of choices out there for that. So we can easily, this can be mapped to there. So we have many customers doing that today. So this is a good stopping point here, right? So we've talked about rating within the cart. We talked about rating in NetSuite. We talked about what the fulfillment experience is like with small parcel. I do want you to keep in mind that when we move to LTO and international, the experience is going to be remarkably similar. The design intent here is that this is supposed to be an intuitive, easy to use, predictable, repeatable outcome type of system where no matter what I ship, it's the same basic workflow.